I'll tell you, a lot of it is I stayed up so late, really all night, making this montage.
Oh.
And this is such a big thing for us. In fact, I just told Chris Demm we have a 15-song montage today. We are giving away. Yeah. That's right.
Is it the first you're hearing of this, Dave?
It's the first you've heard of this.
Listen, I heard that you'd messed up the first one.
All right. That was
so you went from 6 songs and doubled it?
That's right. More than doubled it. What Dave is talking about is 5 weeks ago, our promotions director, Matt, said, we have Hootie and the Blowfish tickets. We want them to last all week. Make a contest that's so hard it'll last all week.
We want people talking about it in the streets and social media.
That's right. So I put together a 6-song montage and told Biggie, take the week off. This is what's going to be happening.
This is what's happening
for the whole week. Caller number 1, his name was Steven. This is what he said.
Yes, I do. You Really Got Me by Van Halen, Back in Black, AC/DC, Cat Scratch Fever, Ted Nugent, Start Me Up, Rolling Stones, and Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix.
That is correct. You have it. You have won the Hootie and the Blowfish tickets.
Hootie.
You have won the Hootie and the Blowfish tickets. The very first caller wins the tickets.
Those were so easy, I thought.
All right. That hurt. That was like a fist. Okay.
What do they call that in sex? Premature.
That was premature celebration. I said this is happening for the whole week. Matt called me again this weekend. He said, listen, we got ACC tournament tickets. We got 1 pair.
And I'm serious this time.
Got to make it last. Put more wood on the fire.
Make it last. I said, we'll do a montage. He goes, do you really think you should do a montage? I'm doing it. Making it so difficult.
You don't know who you're talking to.
Will you, Kelly, are you prepared to say that the first caller, first guesser, first contestant will not answer all questions properly?
15 songs. You have to go through it. And they have to be in the right order. Okay.
Title only, right? Not artist?
Title only, not artist. I don't even know the artist.
Or the title.
Dave, I stayed up all night.
Yeah.
I was slaving over this montage.
Skip pickle.
I skipped pickleball to make this montage.
You didn't make it too hard, did you? I mean, they're not going to be. Those tickets are going to be sitting up front in June.
I hope we're in March and we're still looking for a winner on this montage. If we have to go through everything, I'm prepared for it, and I'm also prepared to say, and hear me clearly, this is my last montage. There's no way.
He has no more to offer.
There's no more I can offer here. I've left it all on the table with this montage. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play it for you now.
Okay.
This is it?
This is it.
All right.
Quiet! Here's the way this works.
Yeah.
You call us, 866-470-2GNC. You'll have to name all 15 songs in the montage. And I'll tell you what else I've done. I have that written on a sheet of paper, but I've hidden the sheet of paper away.
In a now closed drawer.
In a closed drawer because
there are cameras all around.
That's right. Somebody caught me on a Wordle one day and said, I see you got your Wordle in 4. I said, watch yourself. Looking over my shoulder.
What's your opening word again?
Looking over my shoulder. So, here's the montage. Is everybody ready?
15. Is there significance to that number?
You tell me.
That's when it gets to be impossible.
I'm not saying another word. I'm not going to say another word.
Psychologists have said when you hear 15 things.
15 song montage.
There's a tear. Can't you just be the man? I'm on the high. Come on. Yeah. She doesn't know. Come color me. Put your right foot in. Grow a kiss. Well, the corn top's right.
There you are.
Got it.
15 songs.
I thought that was rather easy.
Look at these answers, Dave. All right, I want you to look at it
and listen along.
And listen along, okay? All right, we'll play it again. All right, look at it and listen along. Don't let any camera
hide it from the camera.
Hide it from the camera, Dave.
I got it.
All right, you ready, Dave?
Yeah.
Here you go.
There's a tear. Can't you just be the man? I'm on the high. Come on. Yeah. She doesn't know. Come color me. Put your right foot in. Grow a kiss. Well, the corn top's right.
You see that, Dave?
No, you missed one in the middle.
Did I really?
No.
I was worried about that. I was really worried.
What you thought he did?
I tell you what, don't wind me up like that now. Woo.
That's pretty good. That's going to be pretty tough.
That's a pretty tough.
That's going to take more than this week.
I think so too.
I would say more than the year.
Wow. I like what.
Well,
you're
I don't
saying.
know. I don't know what technology people have that they can go.
That's right.
And I'm trying not to tell people to cheat or anything, and I don't know if that's cheating.
No.
I wouldn't know how to go back and listen to the show.
Right. Yeah. Well, it re-airs
a lot of times with these the new apps that can hear songs,
well,
you have to have X number of seconds. I don't think
that's not enough.
I don't think those were enough.
I don't think that's enough. That's 15 songs in like 17 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's real quick, and we're waiting now. If anyone wants to call and try it, the first person that does it,
they're lighting up over there.
come on through. Well, I mean, it's it's so difficult. We'll play it every hour.
Got to sit with it for a bit.
Let's play it every hour until we have a winner.
Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense to you? All right, let's do that.
Chris Demm's going to retire one day.
I don't know that we may have.
I'm not S-ing you.
It might be next year's tournament. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I told Biggie, look, we're just not going to have another debacle like that Hootie and the Blowfish debacle that we. Where's Steven? We need Steven to call on this one. Okay. The good, the bad, the ugly here today. I'll tell you something. I'm excited about this. Some good news from the world of science.
Yeah.
I saw it on the news last night.
The news?
The actual news. It was the actual. I stumbled on, what's her name over on CBS?
St. Her, yeah. Nora.
Yeah, Nora. And she said there was an enormous breakthrough from scientists in the United States at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. For 70 years, they've been working on energy sources using nuclear fusion. Normally, we use nuclear fission, which breaks things apart and leaves nuclear waste, which, of course, is dangerous. This is nuclear fusion, and they've had such a breakthrough now that they say that we will have an endless supply of energy. The U.S. Department of Energy says this is a huge breaker when it comes to energy resources. Clean, endless energy, thanks to what happened yesterday, and they're making the official announcement today. CBS said it would be 30 years before we got heat in our homes or gas for the car or whatever from this energy. But then I saw on ABC this morning, they're saying within the decade. All it is a matter of building now. They said this breakthrough is such an important piece to it that all it is a matter of building the places where the energy will be produced. And that's they called that an engineering obstacle, not an obstacle of science.
It's nuclear.
It is nuclear, but it is safe because it is fusion. It's the same thing that powers the sun, that gives the sun endless power. And for the first time, they got it to work. And the U.S. Energy Secretary said, this is like nothing we've ever seen before. And they've been working on it since the 50s. They have been trying to do this since the 1950s. They announced it first on Sunday, and I'll tell you, I mean, sometimes I see like stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, right, what's going on here? But all the articles I read said this is a big deal. I mean, it's a really big deal. It would cause us our problems with global warming and so forth could be greatly helped by this. Okay. And it's the United States that is leading the way on it. So I mean,
damn right.
What is
you shouldn't have to add that. Who else is going to do this? Turkey? China?
2 or more atoms become fused into one larger one, a process that generates a massive amount of energy as heat. And unlike nuclear fission that now powers electricity in places like France and other places around the world, it doesn't generate long-lived radioactive waste. There is no waste from this, all clean. How about that?
Is this what those semiconductor things were down in Texas decades ago? They were trying to do something. Is that what that's from?
Maybe. I don't know. This is the first I'd ever heard of it. And they said this breakthrough is such a scientific feat that it will.
I mean, these places have to be built to
power the United States.
Power homes.
That's a good question. But basically, they left it with the tagline up: all we have to do is build these facilities, and then it's part of our everyday lives. Instead of.
But how does that convert a gasoline-powered car?
I don't know the big car. It might just be heat for your homes. I don't know how it would work with a car, but it
have to have a little conductor in there.
The line was an infinite source of clean energy that will help end our dependence on all fossil fuels. Talk about a breaker. But who knows if it's really,
If they could put it in a vehicle, you'd never have to plug it in or fill it up or anything. It's always there.
I mean, I couldn't really wrap my mind around everything about it, but all the words all the reporters were using, it was like, wow, is this actually something good, that's actually happening that could help us with our fossil fuel dependence and all that? It seems to be. So, look, I'm the last person to really explain it because I can't understand it myself, but it seemed like a great thing.
All right.
I saw it yesterday. I was awfully impressed anyway.
It's free.
Well, it won't be free, I'm sure, but if it's an endless supply of clean energy, should be affordable, you'd think, right?
I mean, you got to build the infrastructure.
Yeah, right.
That takes money.
That's the whole thing.
Who will corner the market? Who will make the money on
Who's
this
the
now?
companies that will do it? I'm sure they'll be.
Say if it was the U.S. government and they built these plants or whatever they are, and we pay for it as taxpayers, it should be free.
Well, that's true too.
If it's endless.
Can you imagine in 10 years free energy to heat your home, to drive your car? That would be incredible.
Socialism.
Oh, okay.
There you go again.
Socialism. That's the bad. That's the downside.
What happened to Johnny USA?
That's the downside of it. That would be more socialism.
Going the right way.
Good story here. A man says he's grateful to be alive today, but he's learned his lesson for sure. He is a spearfisherman. He was down fishing underneath the water, a diver. And this is really incredible to see, and we'll let you hear it. But if you saw it, I mean, you are going to be astounded by it. The guy's down off the coast of Hawaii. Chris Demm and I have a debate here. We left a word in. Okay, I left it in. I'll tell you why. I'll explain it to you. The guy says that he came up. Well, he did. You can see it for sure. He comes up out of the water, and he did not have one of those dive buoys. He had lost his dive buoy, so that there was a boat going on top of him. And the boat didn't know he was there. So when he came up, I mean, and he's got the GoPro camera on his mask. And when he comes up, there's a boat right there. And it hits him. And he's like, oh, and you can hear that. Now, here he is under the water. And as he comes up, you'll know the moment. He's out of the way. And now he's back under the water. He says he's so lucky.
Oh my gosh! What the heck? Yo, that's my fault. I don't have a buoy. That's my fault.
The boat is turning around, realized that it hit him. And he said, it's my fault. I don't have a buoy. It's my fault. Now, here's the debate Chris Demm and I have. That man that you just heard, the fisherman, is Chris Lastra. He's 30 years old, off a place called Magic Island in Hawaii. And he and his wife lead a Bible study, and he's a pastor. So Chris Demm said, you better edit the F word out of that. And I said, I don't hear the F word. And Chris Demm said, oh, yeah. When he comes up, he says, F.
I mean, there's a boat in his face.
There's a boat in his face. And he says, F.
He's getting run over
by a boat.
It rips off the tip of his fin.
That's right. The propeller hit his fin, and that's all that was hurt is just his fin.
Yeah, that'll chop you up like onions.
Yeah. That's what he said. He's like, I'm lucky to be alive. But Chris Demm said, did you edit out the F word? And I said, no, he's Christian.
Says here Bible study.
Bible study. He doesn't say the F word. See if you think. We left it in. We left it in. Chris Demm says F. I say, what? Boat. Yeah. Boat.
I hear
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Right. So now he's lucky to be alive.
Now, to Kelly's point, after the man realizes he's not dead,
right,
but is floating in the water, lucky to be alive, he says, gosh and heck.
What the heck? Oh, my gosh. So Chris Demm said, you get the F word? I said, that man's Christian. He didn't say the F word. Christians don't say the F word. Sorry.
Not even when a boat is bearing down on him at 40 miles an hour?
No. And then he took full responsibility. The boat is coming back toward him. He actually has a conversation with the man driving the boat.
No, I don't have a buoy, so you can't see me, so my fault. Yeah, I'm all right. I just broke my fin. That's it. I usually have a buoy, but I lost it in the current last week, so totally my fault. I need to have a buoy out here. Hey, would you want to study the Bible or come out to church at all?
What?
Yeah, my wife and I lead a campus ministry at UH, so yeah. All right, brother, have a good one. Yeah, shoot, bro.
That's when they turn to
He's
go.
proselytizing.
Yeah.
From the water.
Yeah. And then he swims on back. Now he's back underwater, swimming back. There he goes. The boat captain came back to say, "Are you okay?" As you heard, and he said, "Yeah, you want to talk about the Lord?" And the captain said, "I'm good," and turned back around.
No, you want a beer?
And he said, "All right, brother, that's it." And you heard him say, "My wife and I host a Bible study over."
Couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Over at University.
I think the boat only turned around to make sure he was dead. And then when you see his head, you're like, oh, God.
I was a little surprised that the boat turned around at all. It's almost like you couldn't even see him. He came up, and the boat, all you see in the whole frame is boat. It's just right there.
Yeah.
It's really something.
How did the boat driver see him if it was behind him? If he'd gone past him?
He may have heard the thud.
I think he heard the thud. I mean, he hit the boat.
I'm wondering what hit.
He hit and the propeller did cut his fin, but only his flipper. Debbie, I knew he didn't say the F word because he hosts a Bible study. Debbie, go ahead.
So I just wanted to let you know that Christians curse. When I say the F word, not every day.
You could be saying it now.
She's editing it herself.
That's right.
She's self-edited.
Actually pretty skillful. Or
That's really good.
Check this out, Ringo.
What is your
got the hand of God. Is that a miracle right there?
Hand of God. That's right. That's exactly
Editing our
right.
profane Christians.
You see how that goes? You see how it goes? She comes on to say Christian curse. She can't say Christian's curse because
She's filthy.
She's right. The event again. Let you be the judge.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
I said, oh.
Oh! 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 Oh my gosh! What the heck?
Gosh and heck.
What the heck?
Yo, that's my fault. I don't have a buoy.
This guy's attitude could not be better. He just got run over by a boat. He says, "Oh my gosh, what the heck? My fault." And he didn't have a buoy. There was nothing the boat could do. The boat couldn't see him at all. I thought it was incredible. And he is lucky to be alive today. And then he tried to invite the man into his Christian faith.
Yes, testimonials.
Got rebuffed. Didn't do it. Any calls on the montage? No.
0.
No one taking a chance.
0.
On the montage. Should we play it one more time and then let's play it. You want to play a Christmas song? We have the 12. We have Dear Santa.
Yes.
All right.
He asked me 4 questions, baby.
All right. We have Dear Santa, but first, the music montage for ACC tournament tickets. 15 songs in 17 seconds.
There's a tear. And you just beat the man. I'm on the high. Come on. Yeah. Go blow. She doesn't know. Come holler at me. Put your right foot in. Throw a kiss. Well, the corn top's right.
They're from all genres. Okay.
Well, you really loaded it up this time.
We loaded it up. 15 songs in 16 seconds. You have to know them all. And the first person who does will give you tickets to go to the ACC basketball tournament.